Dear Class 7 students, in this video we are going to discuss some of the question answers from the lesson One Earth to One World. One Earth to One World. This is from the book, your main course book, Communicative in English, the Unit 4, Section 1, One Earth to One World. The question 1 begins like this. What problem does unequal distribution of resources cause? What problem does unequal distribution of resources cause? Unequal distribution of resources cause problems like poverty, because people do not get enough resources, and problems arising from pollution cause damage to the environment. Yes, unequal distribution of resources bring the problems like poverty, and the resources are not equally distributed among the people. The people who are weak cannot compete with the people who are strong. So the strong people, the people who have strength, they exploit the poor people. And another reason of this unequal distribution of resources is the pollution. The pollution causes a big damage to the environment. Next question. What is the difference between within nation and between nation? Within nation and between nations. Within nation means occurrences and internal matters. Occurrences and internal matters relating to a country, relating to one country, while between nation refers to matters that concern two or more countries. The between nation means refers to the matters that concern two or more countries. And next question, third one. Sorry. Till recently, the planet was a large world. This implies that the world is now small. In what way the modern world small? The planet has resources and space for all life. There is space for all life forms to exist in a habitat that met all their needs for survival and growth. However, the resources are being returned into waste than waste is being converted back into resources. This common concern and inevitable overlapping of spaces while for resources and make the world smaller. What does the answer mean? The planet has resources and space for all life forms. Yes, we have plenty of place, and can afford all life forms in the earth and exist in habitat that met all their needs. Yes, all the habitat can fulfill their needs, and all the habitat can survive well and can be growth. However, now resources are being turned into waste, than waste is being converted back into resources. Yes, resources are turned into waste means the overconsumption of resources give rise to forming waste, and the waste can be converted into new product through recycling process. This common concern and inevitable overlapping of space for resources and make the world smaller. And fourth question, in what way does the earth turn waste into resources? Give one example of water product which make a long time for earth to convert back to its original form. The answer is the earth uses the environment to recycle waste into resources. However, this happens at a rate slower than our consumption of those resources. For instance, our problem consumption in the form of gasoline puts the environment at a serious risk. The planet cannot clean the air as quickly as we are polluting it. Yes, the earth cannot clean the air as quickly as we polluting the air. The pollution, air pollution is going in very speedily, but that much speed we are not able to clean the earth, clean the air. The earth uses the environment to recycle waste into resources. Already said this. This happens at a rate slower than our consumption of those resources. Consumption of resources is doing very speedily, but that much speed we cannot we cannot recycle and make new product. One example is given. What is the use of gasoline? Consumption of petroleum in the form of gasoline. Yes. Then another lesson, that is the Henry a Chameleon. Henry a Chameleon from the book, your main course book, Communicative in English. What is the unit? Unit third section 1. Henry a Chameleon. What do you think made it possible for the chameleon eyes to wobble? Chameleon's eyes to wobble. The chameleon Henry the chameleon had an ability to move the right eye without moving the left retina. Yes, it has the ability to rotate. It can move very easily without moving the left eye's retina. The chameleon's eyes were independent of each other. Chameleon's right eye is independent and left eye also independent. It can move in any direction, in a different direction. He could wobble each side to side and forward to backward. It can wobble the eye from each side to side and forward to backward. Another question, if you were the writer, would you have appreciated grandfather for bringing home the chameleon? Give reason for your answer. If I were the writer, I would have not appreciated grandfather for bringing home the chameleon because it is very scary and I don't like it at all. Yes, chameleon is not a good creature to tame or to keep in the house. Do you think the grandmother was right in not disclosing to Mrs. Gosh that Henry was actually theirs? Henry was actually theirs. Give reason for your answer. Because grandmother thought that Mrs. Gosh would probably not be happy with this idea. This happened when Henry slipped into a basket of papaya that was sent to Mrs. Gosh. The grandmother was scared. The grandmother was scared to tell Mrs. Gosh about the chameleon being theirs, thinking it would break their relationship. Yes, grandmother thought that if she told about the chameleon, that chameleon they are keeping at home, that may break their friendship or a relationship. That's why she didn't inform or didn't mention about the chameleon is theirs. Can you think of a reason why Henry came back and never went out of the garden again? Henry came back because he was terrified with the commotion created in the school. Commotion means hue and cry, problems created in the school. Henry never went out of the garden again because he kept the insect population well. He kept the insect population well within bounds in the other's garden. And describe the Henry with its physical features and characteristics. Chameleons are in a class by themselves and are no ordinary reptiles. They are easily distinguished from lizards by certain outstanding features. Chameleon's tongue is as long as its body. That is the most important feature of the chameleon. Its tongue is as big as its body. Its limbs are long and slender, and its fingers and toes resemble as parrot's claw. At parrot's claw, chameleons' eye are the most remarkable feature that we already mentioned. They have ability to wobble their eyes side to side and backward and forward.